You are watching Arsenal Productions, brought to you by Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota. Gettle's got it. Live from Northport High School as the Northport Bobcats look to take on the Riverview Rams in a district soccer matchup. My name's Paul Whiteside. So glad to have you alongside with me in the booth. This is a district matchup of two teams with below 500 records historically. Not the best programs with shaky starts. Both of them coming out with wins to start the season. Riverview, even though they come out with a win, they get 3 straight losses against Cardinal Mooney, Braden River, and Lakewood Ranch. As for the Northport Bobcats, they also start off with a strong win against Cardinal Mooney and then take losses to Venice and Sarasota back-to-back. This is a big district matchup. Both teams coming off losses, looking to bounce back. Northport at home, looking to get a strong home district win against the Riverview Rams.
Got it. The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
GettleHyundaiofSarasota.com.
Got it. The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
GettleHyundaiofSarasota.com.
Got it.
Welcome back on into Northport High School as Riverview Rams will start the opening kickoff as we are underway here at Northport High School for an exciting district matchup. As Northport wins possession early here. Out to the wing, that's Nick Baciente. Riverview loses possession. Back with Northport in midfield. Plays it long into the striker. Riverview looking to counterattack here. Northport with very strong high press as Riverview will just give it away right back to Northport. As it's a throw in here, taken by Ethan Lewis. And it's kept comfortably by the goalkeeper, Gilbert Drummond. As he will hold on to it for a few seconds. Both these teams, both a little shaky, not very successful in the playoffs. Riverview's first playoff win in program history came last year, beating the number 2 seed Newsom as the number 17, coming in as underdogs as the number 7 seed, beating Newsom. And then last year, Northport had a playoff win. Last time Northport had a playoff win was the 2020 to 2021 season, beating Fort Myers. Both teams looking to enter the playoffs in a tough district, but this will have big implications on the Class State Championship bracket, as Riverview will win a free kick that's taken quickly. In midfield with Riverview. As it's out for Northport throw-in. That's Nick Baciente again. And that's kicked by Bogdan Smek. Playing it long here, looking for Basante. Taken by Rizzo. Plays it back into defense now with Drummond. Nice movement there from Riverview. Little man on there. Plays it into number 14, Pepin Sinjorgo, but he loses possession, and Northport will win it back in defense. Now one back here with Riverview. trying to keep possession, but Northport doing a nice job pressing. A very high press look from Northport early on here, as they will now win back possession with Basante taking it up, but it's a nice defensive play there by Anthony Moreno. Play back in defense, looking for Rizzo on that far side. Back with Moreno, now back to Drummond. Jack Hirschman there for help. And one back in a dangerous position, but Gilbert Drummond able to get it out. This high press from Northport very early on here. Riverview struggling to now keep possession. But as we know, that high press can create an opportunity for Riverview to then put together a dangerous counterattack, as they will have to go quick with this throw-in. As they will not, they will take their time, as Moreno now with it. Playing it back to Hirschman, now to Rizzo. Rizzo back to Hirschman, playing a little bit of two-touch. Hirschman gives it away carelessly, looking for Moreno, now into Basante. Northport dancing here, that's Dylan Honorato, as he will lose it. Back with the Riverview defense. Not much action from Riverview in the attacking half, as this Northport press putting a lot of pressure on Riverview, as they are forced to now keep it in their half, as they will try to put together some sort of counterattack, as maybe something of substance here, as Pepin San Giorgio gives chase. No problem for the Northport goalkeeper. As a nice win back there in midfield. Played out to the wing. Riverview now with a dangerous attack. Nice defense from Northport. It's great defense there from the right back on the wing. And Northport winning an additional free kick. Looks like it might have been offsides anyway, as the Northport goalkeeper will win and take the free kick. Strong header from Riverview. One back by Northport. Now out for a Riverview throw. Played back. Hirschman now with it. Lot of space. Dancing. Nice dribbling. Beating Basante. Trying to find Joe McDonald on the edge. Can't find him. Northport wins it back. That's Sean Morales looking for the winger. Unable to find him as Basante wins it back. Finds Riverview sleeping, but a poor pass. And it looks like it'll just go out for a Riverview goal kick taken by Gilbert Drummond. As a lot of sloppy possession from both teams to start this game out. Trying to get a feel for this Northport high press. Catching Riverview off guard just a little bit, as Hirschman will play a long ball in to Joe McDonald. As a pop-up from the Northport goalkeeper, as Joe McDonald will lose possession now for a Northport throw-in taken by Ethan Lewis, as he will do a long throw. And he's looking for Bogdan Smick. And he is dispossessed, but another throw-in from Ethan Lewis, as he will come up to take it. Potentially a long throw-in here, as we've seen this kind of long throw-in look can be very dangerous, as that ball can bounce around in the box and give a little bit for a goal there as Northport with the chance. As Gilbert Drummond unable to possess the ball. And Bogdan Smick almost came in there and put one away for Northport, as it will go away for, it looks like, a Northport corner kick, as it will be a Northport corner kick. But almost a quick and easy goal there. As I talked about, the ball can bounce around in some dangerous spots, as that corner will just go out for a goal kick. Gilbert Drummond, a little too high for his comfort, tries to bring it down, but just loses handling of the ball, and it falls right to Smick, but he's unable to capitalize. As Drummond will play a quick pass. Back to Hirschman. Hirschman with a nice turn. He's got a lot of space. Now to Rizzo. Rizzo with a lot of space, looking for the winger, Joe McDonald, who gives chase. Rizzo wins it back in midfield. As it's a nice pass over there. As Riverview now keeping possession. But with a lot of high press from Northport, as they will now win it back there with that high press. As it'll be looks like it'll be a Northport free kick. Not sure what happened there. A free kick for Northport. As they'll play it quick. Back and forth, play a long ball. Riverview trying to win it back, but it'll go out for another Northport throw-in taken by Dylan Camacho, the sophomore, number 10. And one back by Riverview. Nice pressure, but no one there on the edge, as Northport will win back easy possession, as Joe McDonald was nowhere to be found. Northport doing a nice job of keeping those little passes, but when it comes to long passes, Riverview has done a nice job, as Ethan Lewis trying to get it in there to his striker, unable to do so, as now Riverview trying to win it back. That's Antonio Giovan. As Rizzo will play it back to Hirschman. It's a nice ball in. Rizzo there, the left back, making a nice run there in on the opposite side of the field. Tries to play it in. There's a free shot. Opts not to take it, trying to find someone in the middle. Tries to get too fancy, and he's dispossessed. As Northport do a nice job of handling that Riverview attack, as they will win it back now in a dangerous position. Ethan Lewis. As Camacho plays it out for a Riverview throw-in. As Riverview streaking up the sideline. He's got Sangiorno in the middle. Opts not to use him, and it'll go out for a Northport goal kick. As Riverview struggling to find some attacking identity here early in this game. Less than 28 minutes left to go in this first half. As Northport's defense has just been locked down. Review Moreno into Sangiorno. Nice passes there. Sangiorno lays it off. He's got space in the middle. Lays it back off Joe McDonald, but it's blocked as he tries to get a cross in, but it'll be out for a Riverview throw. Some nice movement there by the captain, Antonio Giovanone. As Rizzo will take the long throw. Bounces around. Northport does a nice job of dealing with it. But Bogdan Smick unable to keep possession as Hirschman and Drummond now with possession. Hirschman now with a lot of space. Plays it into Moreno. Ref blows the whistle. As looks like there will be a substitution on the Northport side. As number 9, Nick Basante, will come out. And he will be replaced. And it looks like David Kushner will come in, as Hirschman will just play it back to Drummond. So a little substitution early on in Northport with Nick Basante will come out for David Kushner. Will take his place. David Kushner, the senior. A long throw from Northport. Handled well by Riverview. As a nice run here from the captain, Giovanni. Keeps going. Lays it off. Tries to find Singiorno. Taken down by the goalkeeper. No whistle. Actually, he does give a whistle. Not sure what the call will be, if it will be on Singiorno or possibly the Northport keeper is still down. As it looks like the ref is calling for a substitution. Looks like actually the cart will come out onto the field, as that is never a good sign. As Singiorno and the goalkeeper, looks like Zachary Schwartz, the senior goalkeeper, will still on the ground. Big collision there, as we will now take a short break for this injury, as the Northport goalkeeper is still down.
Are you thinking about working with Mighty Dog Roofing? Well, check this out. Schedule your free inspection today, and you can receive $500 off your next roofing project. That's a top dog offer right there.
Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Are you thinking about working with Mighty Dog Roofing? Well, check this out. Schedule your free inspection today, and you can receive...
Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Are you thinking about working with Mighty Dog Roofing? Well, check this out. Schedule your free inspection today, and you can receive $500 off your next...
Don't miss the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Hyundai. Looking for a great deal on a new Hyundai?
Gettle's got it.
During the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota on Clark Road.
GettleHyundaiofSarasota.com.
Don't miss the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Hyundai.
Welcome back on in here as we took a short injury break for Zachary Schwartz. The senior keeper took a nasty collision with the Riverview attacker, Pepin Sanjorgo, as a near goal attempt for Sanjorgo ended in an ugly injury for Zachary Schwartz as the backup keeper, the junior Vitaly Smik, will come in as a replacement. Some nice moves there in defense. Trying to play it out wide. It's some nice ball movement, a lot of space. Sanjorgo now with it. Has options. He decides to shoot from an undesirable angle as it goes out for a Northport goal kick, as this will be the first bit of action for Vitaly Smik. Maybe a second goal change now, as possibly Schwartz coming back onto the field. That will be Vitaly Smik. Coming in, looks like they did a brief substitution at goalkeeper, but they will make the real substitution, Vitaly Smik, now in at goalkeeper. Pardon the mistake. As Northport trying to make a attack here, calmly kept by Hirschman. Back to Moreno. Moreno loses it in midfield. Hirschman there with strong bodily defense. One back there, that's the captain. Tries to find Sanjorgo in midfield. Taken down by a Northport defender, no call. But some nice play from the captain, Antonio Giovannon. As Riverview trying to get some high press, no. Back to Hirschman. Hirschman there fouled by Bogdan Smik as he is taken down at midfield. As no card will come out, but definitely some physical play as Hirschman has played a fantastic night in defense, the senior center back, number 2. Sanjorgo taken down in midfield there. As it looks like the ref will award Riverview now a free kick foul on Ethan Lewis. No card, but a free kick now for Riverview in a dangerous position. And it looks like Giovannon will take the free kick. As a little bit of some substitutions in there. It's taking a little bit longer for this free kick as it looks like some substitutions coming in as another one for Northport. It looks like that's Vinny Diamico and Evan Lewis. Will check into the game. as Givagnon approaching to take the free kick right outside 20 yards. As Northport forming a wall, is this the breakthrough moment for Riverview? Just under 22 minutes left to go in the first half. Both teams knocking on the door for the first goal here. Givagnon. It's a nice free kick that goes right over the post. No problem for Vitaly Smik, but a nice try from the captain. As we stay scoreless here. As Smik lines up for the goal kick. As he will launch it into midfield. Won by Northport. Trying to get it into Bogdan Smik. Played back as the freshman winds up for a shot taken down in midfield. No call for a foul as Evan Lewis looked to surely wind up for a one-timer shot there. No call, though. As Dylan Camacho still with the ball. The captain. Back to Camacho. Nice ball movement from Northport. Camacho now on the near side. Still with it. One back by Hirschman, who's had a fantastic game in defense. Given away there by the captain, Givagnon. Nice play there. Basante working on Rizzo. Rizzo's having none of it. Out for a goal kick, a corner kick. As Northport will take this one as looks like Evan Lewis still a little bit shaken up after that as he will come off for just possibly a little bit but he was taken down in midfield after winding up for that shot as he will come off the field. Camacho takes the corner kick. And it's given right back as they will go for another corner kick taken quickly. Diamico back to Camacho. Camacho working against this whole Riverview defense. Plays a nice ball. Winds up for a shot. It's blocked nicely by Riverview. Unable to maintain possession as Northport wins it back. As we'll see if Riverview can finally maintain possession. They can't. Diamico in a dangerous position. Plays it back in. Jonathan Stefka. Won by Givagnon, but a foul on Stefka. As Johnny Stefka coming in there for the injured Evan Lewis, the freshman who got injured on a shot attempt that wasn't called for a foul. As Camacho will take a dangerous free kick. Nicely kept by Drummond, who takes a hard fall. Punched out there. Diamico, nice move. But another Northport player down on the field looking to get up there. That's Bogdan Smik. A lot of injuries for Northport in this game as it's been a physical, hard game for both teams. But Northport has been on the nasty end of it as they have had plenty of substitutions. We saw the stop there. We had about a 5 to 7 minute stop for Zachary Schwartz. We had the golf cart come out onto the field to check on him as he had a nasty collision with Pepin St. Giorgio. As a high kick taken, bouncing around in the box, and finally kicked away by Joe McDonald. No call there. Northport still with possession. Northport having the majority of the possession and also having the majority of the goal scoring opportunities in the attacks. The best opportunity now probably coming from Riverview in that chance from San Giorgio where he collided with Schwartz, but Northport dominating possession, doing a nice job in midfield, and Riverview has just been unable to dispossess. They've been unable to win back possession. They've been unable to keep possession as you see there, right when they win it back. Northport is just so good on that press that they win it back every time. As this will go out for a Riverview goal kick. Still no score here as we approach 15 minutes left to go in this first half. As Northport seems to be knocking on the door, Riverview haven't been in the attacking half for a lot of this game as another Northport substitution. It looks like Bogdan Smick will come out. As Gilbert Drummond will take the goal kick. As John Augustine will come in for Smick. As Northport still looking for that first goal. They've dominated possession and the attacking chances. Can they grab a goal before half? Stefka, nice ball in. Basante now chasing it down. One back comfortably. Rizzo now with it. Tries to play it in, but Northport wins it back. As Moreno working with Stefka. As it's a free kick for Northport. Taken by Sean Morales. Plays it in Basante. Wins it back against Rizzo, who takes a swing and a miss. As Rizzo does a nice job of recovering. Gets it into Joe McDonald. Now with Giovan. Back to Rizzo. Playing some nice passing ball as a little bit of miscommunication there leads to dispossession between Rizzo and San Giorgio. As Camacho gives it back to Riverview. As that's Jack Hirschman back in defense. Northport wins it back. That's John Augustine, the substitute, number 8. Nice winning it back by Moreno. San Giorgio tries to play it in on the wing as it will be ruled out for a Northport throw-in. Riverview winning it back. Giovan now nicely dispossessed. Stefka tries to do a backheel. Giovan wins it back. The captain now working on the sideline. Nicely recovered. It's going to be Morales. In there to Basante. Tries to get it back in. Unable to find Aiden Lopez. As Riverview now inside the box. Looking to steal one from Northport. Anthony Moreno. Looks for goal. Is going to try it, but it's way off target. As he tries from about 30 yards out, but no issue there for Vitaly Smik as it will be a goal kick. About 12 minutes left to go in the first half. Still 0-0. As Northport look to be more dominant in possession, more dominant in the attacking half. Still no goal. Has had some chances, especially early on with that goal. The corner kick that fell to Basante, but it was not put away, as both teams still looking for that first goal in a big district matchup that will likely decide some sort of playoff seeding, as both teams fighting for playoff spots. Both teams not with preferable records. Riverview now sit at 2-4-1, 2 wins, 4 losses, 1 tie. As tries to get it into Rizzo, makes a nice header, but it's blocked. Riverview sits at 2 wins, 4 losses, 1 tie. And Northport will now sit at 3 wins and 4 losses. Both teams need this win if they want to vie for a preferable seed in the playoff seeding. Both teams, as I mentioned before in the broadcast, not very successful in terms of the state championship playoff bracket. Is the first win in playoff history for Riverview. Their first ever win in program history in the playoffs came last year, beating the number 2 seed Newsom as the number 7 seed as the underdog. A big win for this program, as they had never won a playoff game in program history until last year. The last Northport playoff win, the 2020 to 2021 season, the COVID year, beating Fort Myers in the first round. Neither team has advanced to the third round of the state championship bracket, as both teams looking to change this trend. But as I said before, neither team with above 500 records, as this will be a good win for both sides. Trying to look for someone on the left, but it's nicely won back there by Fort Myers. That's been the story tonight. Northport. Basante in there, falls to Stefka, tries to take a half volley, but it's blocked as it falls back to Dominic Lorimer. Northport with a really good chance there is Bogdan Smick unable to get a head on it. And it falls to Stefka, who tries to get a volley, but it is blocked by Riverview's defense. But it's really been the story tonight, as we just see it there. Fort Myers' ability to win the ball back has really been the reason why they have been able to keep so much possession and keep Riverview out of their attacking half, as they have won the ball back so many times. That has really led to a lot of their attacks, a lot of their counterattacks. Their high press has been very, very good tonight, limiting Riverview's attacks and chances. As Riverview will go into halftime, definitely looking to fix some possession mistakes, as it seems like whenever Riverview is winning it back in midfield, they just get dispossessed. Again, both sevens working on each other. That's Stefka and McDonald. Rizzo playing it into midfield. It's a nice move. Back to Rizzo. Trying to play from the back, as Hirschman now with it, as he will be taken down by Augustine. And it'll be a free kick for Riverview. As they will take this one quick, as it's Play it outside to Bruno Rizzo. Back into midfield. Riverview with a couple of substitutions in the late stages of this first half. Anthony Moreno now with it. Back to Rizzo. Bruno Rizzo with lots of good passing today. Him and Jack Hirschman have really held down that defense, and they've been the reason why Northport has not scored at all today, as they have played very well defensively. Northport with the shot. Saved by Gilbert Drummond. Not too much trouble for him, but it's a nice shot on target by Nick Basante. As Drummond will now take it out of his own box and boot it up the sideline. One back there, that's Aiden Lopez. Gives it right back. It's a nice move from Riverview, trying to play it in midfield. Anthony Moreno. Over to Rizzo. It's a poor pass given right back to Northport as the ref will blow a whistle on another substitution for Northport, as the substitutions coming on left and right, as that will be number 8, John Augustine, coming off. You might have recognized his name because I just called it about 15 minutes ago when he made it, and he will now come off. And that will be Evan Lewis coming back on, the freshman who got a little bit shaken up on a shot attempt earlier in this half, as he will now shake and bake through Riverview's defense. As Hirschman taken down again, and it'll be a free kick for Riverview. As we are just below 5 minutes left in this half, still scoreless. Both teams knocking on the door. Drummond now with the free kick. Trying to find Joe McDonald on the wing. There's the captain, Giovan. Nicely defended there by Sean Morales. It will go out for a a Northport now. Free kick. Stefka now. Dispossessed by his fellow number 7, Joe McDonald. Morales playing a long throw. One back by Riverview. As it looks like Diego Marinick going down. And it'll be a Riverview free kick. And Javon taking it. The senior captain holding the midfield down. Trying to find someone in the box. Riverview sending the house. Long ball in there for Riverview. Punched out by Smick. As Northport will now win it back. That's Lewis. As it'll go out for a Northport throw-in. .240 left to go in the first half. Will one of these teams push for a goal before halftime? As Northport has done a nice job keeping possession, building attacks from the back, doing a nice job holding that midfield. They've dominated Riverview in the midfield, just have been unable and unlucky to find that goal. As Riverview's back line with Bruno Rizzo and Jack Hirschman holding it down have really been the reason why they haven't scored at all, as Joe McDonald now on the wing. But they've done a nice job limiting Northport when they do get into that box, kind of the definition of a bend, don't break defense. As it's a nice ball in on the wing. Riverview with the chance. Squandered. As a poor pass into the box is easily kept by Vitaly Smik. As he will boot it now. As a nice ball in there from the free kick as he's trying to find a Northport attacker. Northport now with the 3-on-1 situation. Shot taken, goal! And it's a goal for Northport. As it's a fantastic goal for Northport, number 11 in the midfield with a great shot, beating Gilbert Drummond. But we've been talking about it all game, the ability of Northport winning the ball back in these attacking situations. The high press finally goes their way as they get a 3-on-1 situation, and it's a very nice shot taken. As that will be the halftime whistle, as in the dying embers of the first half, Northport grabs one, breaking the hearts of the Riverview Rams before halftime as they will go up 1-0. And we will step aside for a brief moment as we take a break for halftime. We'll be back for second half action of the Riverview Rams versus the Northport Bobcats.
Working with Mighty Dog Roofing, well, check this out. Schedule your free inspection today, and you can receive $500 off your next roofing project. That's a top dog offer right there.
Proud sponsor.
Welcome back on in to Northport High School as we kick off for the second half action of the Riverview Rams versus the Northport Bobcats boys soccer. A district game with major playoff implications. Even early on in this season, both teams need to fight for as many wins as possible. As Riverview with the 2-4-1 record, the Bobcats with a 3-4 record needing this win at home. As the Bobcats were able to steal a goal right before the half ended in the dying seconds as a really nice press from this Bobcats attack, a 3-on-1 situation ended up with a nice goal in midfield as they are up 1-0 now at Riverview, looking to make a comeback. As that's Kai Ubeda giving chase as he blocks a kick. Might have paid the price for that as he will go down. As they will now stop play for number 11, Kai Ubeda. As looks like he just got the wind knocked out of him. Trying to block the keeper's kick, but it looks like he will play on as a Northport throw-in. One back by Riverview. It's a nice chance. Riverview taking a shot off the post. Rebounded. Not taken, and Kai Ubeda unable to get the second chance. That was Jack Giannapulo on the first chance. Went right off the post, bounced back to Giannapulo, who was unable to get a hold of the second chance. And then a third chance falls to Ubeda, who was unable to capitalize. But Riverview starting off the half strongly in the attack, which is something that we didn't see in the first half, as not a lot of chances for Riverview came in that first half. It was mostly dominated by Northport. But some substitutions for Riverview at halftime as some new faces. As that is Ashton Larkin there in midfield. It's nicely kicked out in the Riverview defense. And that was Bruno Rizzo coming in there to make a nice save as Ashton Larkin with a nice run on the near sideline as that's Camacho now dispossessed. And it will be a Northport throw-in taken by Basante. Long throw in there to the box. Went off the body of a Northport attacker. It looks like that was Bogdan Smick. And Drummond nicely kept there. Will play it out wide. It's a nice job. Able to keep it in, but it will go out. Still with possession is Riverview as they will take a throw-in. Trying to find San Giorgio on the sideline. Bouncing around in midfield. Both teams trying to win it back. Eventually won back by Northport, Aiden Lopez. As it looks like a Northport attacker slipped. And it will be a Riverview throw-in. And a nice header in defense there by Northport. Another Riverview throw-in. Northport winning possession back, but Riverview now on a high press. Nicely won there, but ref blows the whistle. Looks like there was a foul there. And it will be a Northport free kick. As it will be a long ball played into the attack of Northport. Nicely defended there. That's the captain, Camacho. As that will go out for a Northport throw taken by number 9, Nick Basante. Northport sticking with it in midfield. That's the captain, Camacho. Some nice moves in midfield, trying to find help. As it will be a foul on Northport as Riverview now will win a free kick. Taken by Gilbert Drummond. They're going fast. Played up the sideline. That's Giannapulo. Nicely won back by Northport. Trying to play a little 1-2, unable to keep it in though. As that's nice defense by Ryan Simone. As that will be another Riverview throw in taken by Ryan Simone. Simone finding help in midfield, but the captain, Giovanni, is taken down. No call. As Northport now trying to make a counterattack. As it will now be a throw-in for Riverview. As it's one back there, nice high press from Northport. Up the sideline, trying to find Ashton Larkin. Played back there, it's the captain. High ball in. That's straight to the breadbasket of Drummond. As Drummond will now boot it. That's the captain, Givignon. Trying to play it out wide. Camacho in midfield, so shifty with the dribbles. And that's the secondary captain, Dima. As this will be a free kick for Riverview. One back by Northport. Working on Rizzo, not having any of it. As he plays a poor ball, but it looks like it will be a foul. As Rizzo will now take a free kick. Plays a long ball, trying to find a Riverview attacker. as Rizzo will now come up for it. Northport doing a nice job to win it back. That's Dominic Lorimer. Trying to find Aiden Lopez. Unable to do so. Gilbert Drummond right back to this Riverview attack. As the ref will blow his whistle, it will be a Northport throw-in. Another blown whistle. Will be a quick free kick for Northport. As Riverview unable to keep possession now. A Northport throw-in. Nick Bisante chucks it into the box. Falls preferably to Riverview, as that's Moreno. Unable, losing possession. Aiden Lopez gives it right back to Riverview. Careless passes, as Drummond will play it out wide to Rizzo. Rizzo trying to find his winger, but nice defense by Sean Morales. As both defenses have been the story here tonight, as not allowing much. A mistake from Riverview leads to a Northport goal, but other than the mistake from Riverview's defense and the Northport goal, they have really done a nice job at limiting some of these calculated attacks, as Bruno Rizzo and Davi Pereira, Jack Hirschman, holding down that defense. Even Anthony Moreno playing a little bit of a center defensive mid position, doing a really nice job at limiting most of Northport's attacks, as they have had lots of chances that have been largely limited by Riverview's defense. As it's nice defense there again by Davi Pereira. Looks like we will have a stoppage of play here, possibly a foul. Looks like it will be a foul on Davi Pereira, as this will be a free kick from about 30 yards out. Camacho, the captain, to take it. As Northport sending a lot of their attackers into the box here. Camacho raises his right arm. Will take for goal here. Not too far off, but just over the left post of Gilbert Drummond. Not much trouble for him. Not a terrible attempt from the captain, but not quite on target, as the score will stay 0-0 here, as a bit of a substitution for Northport, as that will be Vinny Diamico. Northport with an attack carelessly given away by Ashton Larkin. I'm sorry. Yes, Ashton Larkin. As this will go out for another Northport throw. Larkin now. Northport in the defense, trying to find Lopez. Larkin, nice save from Drummond, as it's wisely booted out of the box by Riverview. Some nice saves by Gilbert Drummond, as Ashton Larkin looking to go up 2 goals here and double this Northport lead, but denied by Gilbert Drummond. Larkin had help in the middle in Aiden Lopez, but opts to take the shot, and it's denied by Gilbert Drummond, as Riverview avoids the 2-0 deficit, as it will stay 1-0 here as they look to conjure up an attack of their own. Trying to get a cross in, but denied by Northport's defense. Has been so good tonight, limiting all of Riverview's attack. Only one real chance was really early on in this game. Nicely punched out by the Northport goalkeeper. Still bouncing around, but it's won back by Larkin. And Northport will maintain possession. As San Giorgio earlier on in this game had a nice chance against the starting goalkeeper, Zachary Schwartz. They had a tough collision as a one-on-one situation turned ugly as Zachary Schwartz was taken off the field with an injury. And the backup goalkeeper, Vitaly Smik, has played the majority of this game. But that was really the only chance for Riverview about 10-15 minutes into this game. But other than that, Riverview has been very limited in their attacks, as Northport has done a nice job at dominating possession here, as it will go out for a Riverview throw-in, as Riverview will need to do better in their attacking schemes if they want to have a chance to tie this up before the end of the game. Still lots of time left, just under 25 minutes left to go, as Ashton Larkin takes a fall. As Larkin looked clear on goal, had Hirschman breathing down his neck, but just lost his footing there as he takes a dive at about the right outside the box, as he looked surely on goal. As a stoppage of play here for a throw-in, taking a little longer than usual. As it looks like Hirschman coming off the field. As Hirschman will come off, as he will be replaced as Northport now trying to find another attack, but Hirschman coming out of the field. That's a big loss. Larkin with a nice chance, clearly offside though. Playing in this Riverview defense, trying to build an attack from the back, as it's carelessly given away back to Northport. Back to Northport. That's Larkin trying to find that left-footed shot, but it's really nice defense there from Riverview, as they deny yet again another Northport attack. As that was Ryan Simone there on the nice defensive play. Looks like he will come in for Jack Hirschman, who came off suddenly, as he has played a phenomenal game. Jack Hirschman in defense, limiting a lot of these Northport attacks. Playing very physical defense, as the captain plays a nice ball into Larkin, as taking a poor first touch, as Larkin unable to maintain a beautiful ball by the captain, Dylan Camacho. As Larkin has squandered a couple of his opportunities. We saw just a couple minutes ago had a clear pathway to goal. Lost his footing, tripped over his own feet, took a dive about 10 yards out, right outside the box, and then just now receives a beautiful ball and can't maintain possession. As Larkin now again with it, for the third time, again losing his footing. And it looks like he will now be called for the foul as Larkin took down Davi Pereira with him. As that's the second time in the last 5 to 7 minutes that Ashton Larkin has lost his footing on an attack. And we will take our first water break of the second half. We'll be back shortly for action of the Riverview Rams versus the Northport Bobcats. 1-0 Bobcats.
Are you thinking about working with Mighty Dog Roofing? Well, check this out. Schedule your free inspection today, and you can receive $500 off your next roofing project. That's a top dog offer right there.
Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Are you thinking about working with Mighty Dog Roofing? Well, check this out. Schedule your free inspection today, and you can receive $500 off your next roofing project. That's a top dog offer right there.
Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Got it.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
Got it.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
Got it.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
Got it.
Don't miss the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Hyundai. Looking for a great deal on a new Hyundai?
Got it.
During the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota on
Welcome back on in as we return from the first water break of the second half. As if you're just joining us, the Northport Bobcats grabbed a nice goal before the end of the first half in the dying seconds. As a nice goal from midfield, a mistake in the Riverview defense led to a 3-on-1 situation. And a nice shot taken on goal from number 11 in the midfield. Puts Northport up 1-0. They have been dominating the possession all night long, as Riverview just have been unable to keep up in the midfield. As Northport now with another chance, saved by Drummond. Shot taken by freshman Evan Lewis. As the ball was bouncing around for a few seconds there, as now Riverview, a chance, Joe McDonald, shot taken, great save. Vitaly Smik with an unbelievable save. As Joe McDonald ran free there, one-on-one with the keeper. As back-to-back close chances for both teams going end-to-end in just a few seconds. Neither team unable to walk away with a goal as we stay at 1-0 here. But a really nice chance for Evan Lewis, a great save from Gilbert Drummond, plays a really nice ball, finds his man Joe McDonald right in the middle, finds a sweet spot in that Bobcats defense, goes one-on-one with the goalkeeper Smik, and a fantastic save in a one-on-one situation keeps this game at 1-0 as Riverview unable to tie it up. As that's Joshua Coelho. As this will go out for a Riverview throw-in, as Rizzo will take it. Riverview trying to get some sort of play into midfield. Miscommunication by the Riverview, and they score! And it's a great goal from the Riverview Rams as some miscommunication went down in that Northport defense. And Riverview able to take advantage. It looks like some misfooting, some missed kicks just happened. And the captain, Antonio Givagnon, able to come away with the goal. As Riverview tie it up after a mistake, a rare mistake, from this Northport defense. As the Northport defense has been playing very well all night, but just some miscommunication between a couple of the back linemen. Some feet got tangled and the ball fell straight to the captain, Antonio Givagnon, and he was able to come away with the goal. As this game is all tied up at Northport High School. Just under 17 minutes left to go in the game, as now Camacho will grab a yellow card, as he will be the first player booked in this game. A wild turn of events. After the end of the water break, we had a really nice shot taken by freshman Evan Lewis, but a really nice save from Gilbert Drummond. He then booted it, a perfect pass. As Riverview now on the attack, a shot taken on the far side, but unable to get it on target as this game will stay at 1-1. Both teams knocking on the door, but as I was saying, such a crazy series of events. We had the Evan Lewis shot, a Gilbert Drummond amazing diving save, was able to get a perfect pass from the goal, end-to-end pass to Joe McDonald, who broke free. Got a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Vitaly Smik. Smik was able to get the best of McDonald in that situation, and then finally the goal came after some miscommunication in the Northport defense. Ball fell straight to the captain, Antonio Givagnon, as he was able to come away with Riverview's first goal of the game as they tie it up 1-1, as both teams now knocking on the door to get the winner here before the game is over. As a clear foul there on Joe McDonald will award a free kick for Riverview. You can feel the tensions heating up between these two teams. Both teams trying to grab a late winner as we approach 15 minutes left to go in the half. Riverview sending the house in the box. Only two men back in defense. As now only one man, as Rizzo will go up just a tad further. As the kick will be taken. It's a nice free kick in. As just punched away by Vitaly Smik, as that looked to be a dangerous ball that could have fallen in Riverview's way. As a nice pass in there, trying to find Vinny DiMacchio. Jackson Chavara now loses it. Riverview with a nice looking attack here. That's Jack Giannapulo pulling it back, trying to win it in midfield. Now Riverview playing it back in defense. It's some poor communication in that back line, able to play it back to Gilbert Drummond, but kind of kills all the life in that attack that looked to be promising. As they now get some life back. Joe McDonald on the wing plays it out to Giannapulo. Some nice defense from this Northport team. As it falls back to McDonald on that far side. He's able to get right past his defender. Takes a nice shot. And it's just past the near post of Vitaly Smik. But a really nice run from Joe McDonald, who's had a very good second half. Lots of chances. Been very good on that far wing position. as it'll be a goal kick for Vitaly Smik after the near miss from Joe McDonald, not able to curl it inside that post, and it just goes slightly off target as Giovannion in trying to find Kai Ubeda, as it will now go out for another Northport free kick. Smik boots it into midfield. Now with this Riverview back line that's been so good tonight. Apart from that one mistake that led to the Northport goal, they have been almost locked down tonight, which has also been the case with Northport, as a careless giveaway creates space for Evan Lewis, but nicely won back there. Davi Pereira. As this will be taken, Simone with the throw-in. High sky ball. Riverview able to win it back. Giovannion on that far side. It's great defense there by Dima. Simone now with the throw-in. Trying to find his attacker. He can't. It's going to fall to Northport. Unable to keep possession. It's going to be Bruno Rizzo trying to find that left side. He will not. As a Northport player is down, they will stop play. As unable to see also what the call was for the throw-in. It looks like a Riverview throw, but a player down for Northport. As another player has been injured, as that has been another story for Northport tonight, as the injuries have been piling up. That's number 19, Bogdan Smik. The senior attacker has been so good tonight. Now limps off the field under his own power. And yet again, another substitution for Northport. As it looks like this will be a Riverview throw-in. A deep throw into the box. Unable to find anyone there. One back by Northport. Given carelessly back to Riverview. Rizzo now with it. It'll go out for a Northport throw-in. Just under 10 minutes left to go in this game. Still 1-1. Both teams trying to find a winner. As a substitution for Northport is Evan Lewis will come off. And that will be David Kushner who will come on for Evan Lewis. Nicely. As the ref will blow his whistle, looks like a free kick for Northport in a dangerous position. Vinny Diamico to take it. These set pieces are really what leads to goals in situations like this, especially in these last few minutes of this game. A specific bounce, a bounce falls your way. It's really easy for these set pieces to end in goals. As that one will not, as it will go out for a Northport throw-in just over the head of the Northport attack. Nick Basante throws it into the box. Falls directly to a Northport attacker, unable to get his head on it. as calmly kept by Drummond, now with Riverview. Trying to keep possession, trying to build some sort of attack. It's Ubeda now. Gets it into Givanyon, the captain, trying to find Joe McDonald on the wing. Plays it in, trying to find a shot, and it's nice defense from Northport, able to block out any sort of Riverview attack as they build a nice attack from the back, but that back four for Northport able to stop it. As the ref will blow a whistle here, it'll be a Northport free kick. As Ethan Lewis will take it. Kept there by Gilbert Drummond. As he will launch it into midfield. Lot of blue shirts back there. Trying to win back possession is the captain, Givanyon. Trying to find Ubeda on the wing. Joe McDonald now with it. So dangerous on that wing. But loses possession now. Northport back with it. Diamico. Trying to find Bisante. Simone. Now Davi Pereira with it. And a little too much heat for Kai Ubeda. As we approach 6 minutes left to go in this half, both teams trying to find a winner, pushing for a winner. As I assume both teams will not be happy with a draw as Davi Pereira now goes down for Riverview. As this will be a free kick and a foul on Northport. As Davi Pereira looks to still be down for Riverview. One of the main parts of this defense, as he will need to be subbed off. As he has been another player that has played phenomenally for this Riverview team, as we will need another golf cart to come out onto the field and check on Davi Pereira now. As we will take a short injury break. As Davi Pereira will be checked on by the training staff. We'll be right back for a short break of the Riverview Rams versus the Northport Bobcats.
It's the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Genesis of Sarasota. Visit us today at 4735 Clark Road and discover how you can drive luxury for less. Gettle Genesis of Sarasota, now located on Clark Road. It's the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Genesis of Sarasota. Visit us today at 4735 Clark Road and discover how you can drive luxury for less. Gettle Genesis of Sarasota, now located on Clark Road. It's the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Genesis of Sarasota. Visit us today at 4735 Clark Road and discover how you can drive luxury for less. Gettle Genesis of Sarasota, now located on Clark Road. It's the grand...
Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football.
As we welcome you back on into the booth as Givanyon will take a free kick. That's nicely punched out by the Northport goalkeeper Vitaly Smik. As Davi Pereira unfortunately had to be carted off the field. As it looks like a apparent lower leg injury. As Davi Pereira, one of the essential pieces on this Riverview defense. He's been so good tonight at limiting these Northport attacks and dispossessing these attackers. as we have not seen the return of Jack Hirschman either. As Jack Hirschman and Davi Pereira out. As Drummond will launch it into midfield, trying to find some sort of attack, trying to get the ball in their attacking side of the field. Both teams looking for a winner here. Simone wins it back. In midfield, trying to play it up the side to McDonald. Unable to find him. As Jack Hirschman now will be subbed back in for Davi Pereira. Didn't see much of him as he was subbed off with an apparent injury, but he will come back on as now Joe McDonald keeping possession on the wing, but unfortunately unable to keep it as Riverview wins it back on the left side. Ooh, a tough takedown. As that's Jack Giannapulo, who was harshly taken down by this Northport defense. Pleading their case, but it looks like Dima with the offense. And it'll be a Riverview free kick in a dangerous position. As Northport will line the wall, just under 4 minutes left to go. This could be the opportunity for Riverview to grab a winner. Just outside the box. As the fouled man, Giannapulo, will take it. A 4-man wall for Northport. As he will play a nice ball in, but unable to find the heads of any Riverview attacker. But Giannapulo plays a great ball in. But it's nicely defended by Northport. And Riverview unable to get any contact with it, as the score will stay 1-1. Not a lot of time for either team to grab a winner here. Riverview trying to find their first win since the 18th of November. They had a tie against Sarasota, 1-1, and then a loss to Lakewood Ranch on the 3rd of December, 3-1, as they are trying to find a win for the first time this month. And so is Northport. Haven't won since they beat Bayshore on the 20th of November. They have back-to-back losses against Golden Gate and Parrish. Ball bouncing around dangerously. Northport takes a half volley, a second half volley. Neither shot on target as the first one was blocked. The second one falls outside of the box and is off target. Fortunate for Riverview, as both of those shots looked dangerous, but nicely done from this Riverview defense to block the shots. No goal for either team yet. Ubeda working on this Northport defense, trying to find the captain Givagnon, unable to. It's a nice touch there by Giannapulo. Simone trying to win it back, gets depossessed. Now on the wing. And the line judge declares it out, as Bogdan Smick was making a nice run in there on the near sideline, but unable to keep it in bounds as Joe McDonald now will play a nice ball. Giannapulo, Vitali Smick, taken down by Giannapulo, as he will grab a yellow for that, as Jack Giannapulo unable to track the ball down and just carelessly fouls Vitali Smick, as he will pick up a yellow card for that. 2 minutes left to go in this game. A long ball in. Headed out by Riverview, played back to Smick. Ubeda giving chase. Unable to find it. Riverview throw. They are rushing to get this one. Just need to get it into bounds. Not a second to waste. As not sure what it looks like they're going to try and play a long ball throw in into the box, bouncing around. This is what we've talked about, these dangerous situations where the ball is bouncing around in the box. You get one bounce to fall your way, and suddenly you're up 2-1. As that will not be the case for either team, as this game will finish in a 1-1 tie, as both teams will remain winless for the month of December. As Northport was able to grab a goal right before the end of the first half in the dying seconds. A bad mistake from this Riverview defense led to a 3-on-1 situation, which then goes to a midfield goal from Northport. And then right at the end of the water break from the second half, Riverview able to grab a game-tying goal scored by Captain Antonio Givagnon. As Riverview will tie this game up 1-1, and that is what it will finish. Riverview, their next game will be against Palmetto at 7. Northport's next game against Lemon Bay. As we will be covering that game against Palmetto at 7 at Riverview High School. So be sure to tune into Arsenal Productions on the YouTube live stream for that game against Palmetto. We thank you so much for joining us in here on the booth. I'm Paul Whiteside. So glad to have you alongside with me here as we finish in a 1-1 tie. The Riverview High School 1, Northport Bobcats 1.
Don't miss the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Hyundai. Looking for a great deal on a new Hyundai?
Gettle's got it.
During the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
It's the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Genesis of Sarasota. Visit us today at 4735 Clark Road and discover how you can drive luxury for less. Gettle Genesis of Sarasota, now located on Clark Road. It's the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Genesis of Sarasota. Visit us today at 4735 Clark Road and discover how you can drive luxury for less. Gettle Genesis of Sarasota.
Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice.